Today we are at Portland Arch Nature Preserve. It's a pretty significant feature within what is called the Entrenched Valley subsection of the Central Till Plains natural region. It's really characterized by a lot of these sandstone bedrock outcroppings. The natural vegetative features on top of these sandstone cliffs are some pretty dry to mesic oak hickory woodlands. So Portland Arch is aptly named for the arch through the sandstone, dug by this small tributary of Bear Creek, which feeds into the Wabash. It's eroded a hole through the sandstone cliff. Arches are an incredibly rare thing to find in Indiana, just because generally the water systems that come through here just kind of erode out the face. We generally don't have a tributary leading into it that has eroded enough at the edge of this sandstone. So if you look at the feature over there, you could see that kind of this tributary over there at one point went all the way around this structure and formed this outcropping here. And it got close enough where this creek here, that tributary there, had eventually eroded a hole through the sandstone and created this arch. This arch was actually historically used as a passageway, and they used to dig quite a bit of this earth out so they could bring a wagon through there with a load of whatever that they were hauling on there. So I have seen historical photos of people standing on the back of a wagon underneath this arch. There's some mention in Alton Lindsay's Natural Areas of Indiana book, and there is brief mention in there that after the war, Tecumseh and the prophet, Tecumseh retreated, and in his retreat came through Portland Arch, and there's actually a small cave, kind of just more of an inlet into a cliff, not very deep cavern at all. Supposedly he hid there for a brief spell in his retreat from that battle. So within the DNR, as I mentioned earlier, there's the Division of Nature Preserves, but we also have a lot of sister divisions, such as Fish and Wildlife, State Parks and Reservoirs, Division of Forestry. So the Division of Nature Preserves, we oversee almost 50,000 acres of nature preserves within the state, managed by a lot of different divisions, as well as land trusts, nonprofit organizations like the Nature Conservancy. And then the Division of Nature Preserves, we have our own properties as well, Portland Arch being one of them. Within our division, we do a lot of work to try to preserve, as I was mentioning earlier, the actual natural communities in here, the habitat, by doing a lot of invasive species management. This area of the state, we really battle a lot with your typicals: garlic mustard, bush honeysuckle, autumn olive, mulberry and Osage orange, black locust, trees that really are not native to here at all. And the goal for us is to manage these areas as best we can to the natural community that was here prior to European settlement. We will do active management to remove some of these understory species and try to promote or restore the area to the way that it existed prior to settlement. It's basically a living museum, and it's a laboratory. It's an area that we can go and look back in the lens of time to see a piece of Indiana as it was before it was really settled and changed quite drastically from what was here prior to settlement. And a lot of these areas bring with them the natural communities that existed maybe in large numbers before settlement happened, and now they're just clinging on in small numbers. So it allows us refuge for these species to hopefully thrive and keep moving on for future generations to come in here and enjoy, to study. They're great places. They're really great reserves of our natural history of Indiana. And to come to a nature preserve, especially a really high quality nature preserve like Portland Arch, is to just kind of take a lens back in time and see a piece of Indiana as one might have 200 plus years ago.